Today's the day. May 14th, 2025. Her 55th birthday. And as a birthday wish, we've come back to the island, your self-described favorite place on Earth. You already know all of this, of course. We're setting you to rest, supposedly. I can't say that I'm looking forward to it, but it is how it is. And I've promised the girls that I would film this, despite the fact that most of what I'm going to be doing is putting you in Lake Erie, and I'm going to be in the water and holding this thing, and I don't know how this is going to work out. But since I am going to have to hold the camera with one hand, and I'm just going to put it up like this, and hopefully the water will just flow in and take your ashes with it as it flows out. I really thought that today would be somehow more momentous, that I'd have some words to say about you and about this place and about our times together. I guess some of those things can't be said adequately, and certainly some of them can't be said in a public forum like YouTube. Husbands and wives and all that, don't you know? There's something about this place that's ridiculously private, and so some of the things that I might have to say need to remain that way too. We had 28 good years together. We had the give and take of every marriage. This isn't generally my place. I liked it well enough to get away from work. Nowadays I don't have to do that, so it's actually problematic in some respects, because if nothing else, you have no phone, no internet connection, no nothing like that, which I'll have to admit, Daniel and I are kind of addicted to at this point, and maybe your week of going cold turkey isn't a bad thing. I was never a fisherman. I caught a few things sometimes, but never to the extent that you and your family did, and I certainly wouldn't make it part of the competition. Meanwhile, Daniel rarely ever liked anything that was prepared, especially not the fish, although once upon a time he used to like the stuff. He was willing to eat it for a couple of years, and then about 5 or 6 years old he stopped doing that, and now he hates it no matter where it's from or what it is. But, you know, we learn to give and take about this in a marriage. You endured the anime conventions at first, and then you became really into at least the social aspect. Don't know that I'm going to find anybody like that going forward. And I've got way too long to spend by myself, I think. And yet here I am where I'm spending it mostly by myself. In fact, I feel really kind of weird filming things in front of Daniel, but I'm gonna have to do that this time around. Imagine my self-consciousness if I had to do this with all the girls here. And I wish I could explain to them what you saw in this place. I wish I could explain to them what you saw in me and our relationship, because none of them would understand that. And I can't put it in words. And a place only does so much to help show a certain side of you. You know, it not being our place, it's someone else's. It's not uniquely yours, so it really doesn't define you either. But there's something about the water, about Lake Erie, about being here with family that you could never get away from and never wanted to. Again, I don't have the words for it. I know that I miss you. I know that I'll see you again, but that's going to be a long way off. With an attention span where a 6-hour drive home is going to feel like an eternity, imagine what the next 20 or 30 years that I might have, if I'm lucky, is going to be like. It's not like I can bang the front of the seat and ask God, are we there yet? Well, you got there, and now I've got to catch up with you. And in true procrastinating fashion, I'm waiting until the last day of our trip. Although, in fairness, that's because we're leaving tomorrow and this is your birthday. And we wouldn't be leaving tomorrow if it wasn't for the convention. But I'm sure you understand trying to keep up that perfect attendance record. Yeah, it's an interesting dichotomy. You were so into this place, into the nature and all that. And yet, when we talked about trying to own a place other than this place, you didn't seem terribly enthused. You wanted to be where the amenities were. Not so much that you were actually in the city proper, but the suburbs you really grew a taste for. And you would have been happy to be there for the rest of your life, I think. And I guess technically you were, so yeah. But now, this is where you want to call home. This is where you will call home. Not in the yard or anything like that. I don't know if that would be appropriate. You would usually leave this house and go about the entire island. You said there was about 7 different places where you'd go swimming, be it the state park, the marina, the 2 sides of the spit. I never followed along to find out all those things. I was usually just staying here like the homebody I am. So there's a few things about you that you took with you, and I don't actually know. But today you go swimming. Forever. I hope you enjoy it. I know you're a lot lighter this way, but I will say it's still a bit heavy. Especially when I've got another hand on the camera. Did you have anything you wanted to say, Daniel?
That wasn't her time yet.
This is going to be quite a challenge to try and do. At least I didn't try and go down that section with the rebar. At least it's calmer out today than yesterday. But at the moment, I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. Oh my goodness, this is cold! Oh. Well, I knew it was going to be like this in May. Oh my. I don't think I'm gonna get in even as far as my waist. Sorry, honey. We're gonna have to settle with this. You didn't want to be out too far anyway. The Lord said, I am the resurrection and the life. He who believes in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. He then asked Martha if she believed that. And she agreed, But she was thinking at the resurrection, at the final day when everybody woke up. He was talking. Daniel, you hate that song. He's never been able to avoid that song. Whenever it's sung in restaurants, he goes into hiding. That one was for you, Ma. That was for you, honey. Here you go. I have no idea how this is going to work. I was gonna submerge this, so let's see if that does anything. Let it come in like that. There you go. One last swim, hon. I don't know if that's everything or not. I really can't tell. I'm pretty sure it's not. But I sort of promised Daniel he'd probably get some lake water back with him. He says he once had a dream of the urn sloshing with ashes, and of course ashes don't do that. So here's the lake water to do. So you're in the lake, and the lake is in you. And I don't know if that's what you were looking for. It's about the best I can do. Anyway, happy rebirth day. You keep an eye on us. You're going to need it.